Hello out there, all you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear, listening in to another 3DS Game Ideas video. And this I'm going to be talking about GTA San Andreas and why I think that it, and possibly the other PS2 3D GTA games, would be a decent fit for the 3DS. Now, obviously, anyone with a brain would realize that the freaking 3DS could run all of these games. No problem, but I'm specifically focusing on San Andreas because that was my favorite one out of the three. And no, it's not because CJ was black. It was because the world was more open than the other games where you didn't have so many loading screens and all that stuff. And it was a little bit more flexible as a game. I know it was like somebody that was the immediate thought for at least one person. Like, oh, it's just because CJ was black because you get to play with a black main character. But like, I don't give a damn if the main character in the goddamn game is black or not. Like, it could be purple. I don't give a fuck as long as the game is good. That little tangent out the way. San Andreas was like the pinnacle of the PS2 GTA games. I don't know why I'm talking about GTA and I spaced out on that. Which those games got rolled over to 7th generation and they're getting rolled over again. And possibly, hell, maybe one might end up on Nintendo. But for me personally, like playing San Andreas, like it was fun. It was nice. Like got to see it on PS2 and then Xbox and then 360 and PS3 and all that bullshit and whatever. The games could run on 3DS and honestly, like it's the same thing when I talked about putting GTA 5 on the Wii U so long ago. And if anyone doesn't know what that video is, it's marked Project Cars with a question mark if you're curious to go check it out. Like, and I did that on purpose because the introduction was done in a way just to kind of like, be a little funny. But just in case anybody wanted to go check that out. Basically, you'd have your main map down on the bottom screen. Like you can see, like your top screen can stay literally exactly the same as it does when you're playing the game normally, outside of the aspect ratio being changed and maybe you not seeing as much of the world. Like, but you can have your map/radar down at the bottom, like where you can use that, tap on the screen to set waypoints and shit. Like, and I guess you could use your they could set it up so that you can expand the size of the map and decrease the size of it so you can set waypoints and stuff, or so that you can, like when a mission marker pops up, you can widen out the map so that you can check and see where that marker is and kind of get an idea of what your route is going to be and then go ahead and take it. Like that in and of itself would be enough to make the game so much better. Like, then toss in the option to swap that bottom screen out for inventory. And it doesn't have to be on anything specific. But like, there's a select button on the goddamn 3DS. Push the select button, it swaps the screen. That's all it takes. It's all that would be needed. They allow somebody to be able to say, oh, okay, well, I want to play with my inventory down at the bottom screen, so I'm gonna hit the select button, and then it'll pop up with the little mini map on top of your main screen again. That would be so much more functional for a lot of people. Like, some people wouldn't give a damn about having the inventory on their bottom screen, and they'll just use the triggers, like always, to switch their weapons. Like, but some people would like to have that option available. So give both options. Make the game more flexible. Make it more interesting for people who might want to play all over again. Like, yeah, you're going to have to play it on this tiny ass screen, but you get a bunch of benefits for it. And I think that in and of itself would do enough to warrant the game being put back out and put out on the 3DS. And again, you could do it for all of them. All of them. Like, hell, if you can make Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City as seamless as freaking San Andreas was, fuck yes, go for it. But again, San Andreas was the one I liked the most. So, like, I just liked the missions and honestly, some of the characters in San Andreas were a little bit more funny to me. It's just like especially when you got Big Smoke, him cussing at CJ for not being able to keep up with the train and stuff. Like, a lot of that stuff is just hilarious to me. That's probably why I like it so much more. But do all of that, like maybe smoothing up the graphics a little bit, because the 3DS is obviously even the base 3DS is obviously more powerful than fucking PlayStation 2 was, and even the original Xbox when I think about it. Or I mean, I guess you could say as relative to the original Xbox, but I mean, either way, it could be done. Like, it would be, for me, I think it would be an awesome experience. Like, if it was one of, like, the last games that was thrown out on the 3DS. We're like, oh, hey, we know this platform is about to go out, and we know that there's not much more coming out for it. So here is one of the bigger, more epic games from the 6th gen with vast improvements added to the game for game playability and for user playability. Like, it's just, it would be so much better. Like, that's personally, I would love to see that. Like, I know I'm probably like one of a few people who would like to see that, but you know, I can always come up with something like, oh, cool, this will work here. This would be great this way, and that way. But like I said, for me, seeing San Andreas on the 3DS would actually be pretty damn cool. Like, if anyone could convince Rockstar to do it, it would be awesome. I doubt that they will. I mean, yeah, it would be a no-brainer. It's not going to cost them much to put it out there. It's not going to, like, it wouldn't cost them much to put it out there. They wouldn't have to put it out at a high price, and they could make a crap ton of money off of it. But, like, but hey, they don't, like, and I have to know, I know personally, Rockstar doesn't have teams set for this. But there are teams who could do it. Like, Tantalus is one. I love Tantalus and how they comport shit. I would love to see that happen, personally. Like, if I could get the ear of Rockstar, and I'm like, hey, you could commission Tantalus to do this, take your code, and they could shift it over to 3DS, and you don't have to put it out there for more than like $20, and you'll make a shit ton. But hey, like, I can't get them to listen to me, and by the time my channel is even big enough to get anybody's attention, this will be too late. But hey, maybe it'll inspire something later on down the line. Who knows? But that's really it. I don't have a whole lot more to say, because the couple things that I already mused about were really what would be needed for this game to be able to be run on the 3DS and be a viable game for it. And honestly, like, personally, like I said, I would love to see it happen. But that's it. Thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears up for more stuff from me. And until the next time, please enjoy your games and peace out.